table, Damas Nando, Julius J, Bafli Kamara, Governor Soup. We start with your trip to Osaka, Japan. We want to brief the public, especially the people of NIMBA County. What was the trip all about? What was the outcome? Because there were people going back home who were saying you wasted resources to take people to Japan.
Yeah, so that inside lines I've already addressed. The next day, like I said, people will be cynical. Some people even get offering church. Say why pastors collecting this when people are free. So there will be people who will be cynical. It's only people say the poor will always be you, I will always be you. So this was the Japanese World Expo, Business Expo, but more to that, there was an important component. You had the Women Forum, Women Leadership Forum that brought women all across the world, women speaking about leadership. You had the ambassador of ECOWAS there, Her Excellency Josephine Nkrumah. You had a lot of our women from Liberia. NIMBA was opportune to be showcasing its women's leaders. That's the superintendent of NIMBA. So it was also a good thing to not just go alone, but to take other local women leaders. You know, we have 19 commissioners. Of the 19 commissioners, only 3 are women. So it's a good thing to have them there. But Liberia was able to showcase herself. I would like to say a big thank you to Ambassador Judy Andy for all that she did. You had a foreign minister, team of government people. But we also celebrated, really, as you would know, the Liberian Identification Day parades, telling the people this is Liberia, this botanical garden in the country, not just in NIMBA, but in the country. We're able to negotiate, and the MOU has been signed. I want to say thank you in a special way to Dr. Emmanuel Yakpawolo. And they were working along with Dr. Mongru of NIMBA University, because when you do these things, you need sustainability plan. So the students who are studying agriculture at NIMBA University are working now with the company that has been contracted to do this garden, so that they understand the species that will be there, the planting, the maintenance. So sooner or later, you see the assembly point of 1959. History has it as the biggest meeting that ever happened in NIMBA, July 9, 1959, when President William V. S. Tubman hosted Sekou Touré of Guinea and Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana to start the initial conversations that led to what you have as the AU today. People talk about resources from the county. We came and met our history in realms. The young children don't even know that July 9, there was such a gathering. We were able to recover the clips. We were able to study the history. We have renovated it, and we want to recreate that meeting this December to invite the countries involved and, you know, bring about the significance, the historic significance of Sunny Calling. So, you know, the ambassador told me, I'm so excited because Kwame Nkrumah is my own grand uncle, and I have to be there. So we want to bring this attention, this tourism benefit to NIMBA. And so being there was a good thing. And I look forward to working with Judy Andy on that, so that we recreate for the second time, the biggest meeting in San Cole this year.
Thank you so much, Madam Soup. So we'll go across the table, starting with Damo. And then from Damo is Julius, from Julius Vafli Kamara. Damo?
Yeah, thank you, really. Thank you, Madam Soup. You lay emphasis on why and the outcomes of Japan, mainly tourism. You talked about that. But I also want to know concerning, we'll get back to the Japan issue, but there are other issues that affect NIMBA County, but affects the nation as a whole.
Yeah.
About a week ago or so, we saw something of a protest around the Sunny Cole market issue.
Yeah.
You said the landlady is back. So let's go straight to land issues of NIMBA County. What's the issue surrounding the Sunny Cole market, and why did we see such a protest, and how are you handling that particular situation? Thank you.
Thank you very much. You see, I think 2 court openings ago, when I went before the court, I spoke to His Honor, the resident judge, that we need to fight to have a probate court, because land-related issues are major. It's an old age issue. Even though this time, this issue is a little different. So when I became superintendent, the marketeers had planned on having 2 markets. They had discussed a market in Sekimpa before, because where they are now is not safe. They all grown that spot. And they are also discussed having a new market before the checkpoint. So when I came, I spoke to the leadership and I told the marketing superintendent that, listen, I'm not going to allow a market before the county's entrance. I'm unapologetic about this. Past incidents to be able to project when it comes to development for the future. Look at Douala, look at other places. If you do that, marketers don't usually stay in confined areas. Travel Nigeria, other places. The markets are in fenced. They are fenced. And buyers will go there. If you need to eat, you're going to go find food. So I discussed with them, quietly that, listen, let us focus on the same market. That way, we know you have 5 acres here. We'll not only be doing 5 acres there, but we'll be putting county resources into building you a modern market with daycare for your children that are under 5 years old, and office spaces, stores. We talk about the design, we talk about revenue sharing there. We've had several good meetings. And then they even told me, they said, but Soup, we have more than 5 acres. We have about 8. And I even asked them if they were personally contemplating on selling the rest. We talk about that. We were open to it and everything. So, everywhere are politics. Even marketing superintendent job, a political job. So we started the market. We gave her the contract. The market has been fenced. It's been landscaped. The actual market construction is ongoing. And then one time right before I could travel, they asked me, so the market in Senegal, will it be a weekend market or day market? And I told them, and I will say here for the benefit of the NIMBA people, there will be no Friday market, Tuesday market, Monday market, and where the Senegal market is. Because of Lake Tile, it will undermine tourism. The place won't keep clean and will undermine any investment on there. Sekimpa is just a stone throw away from Senegal market. You can even walk there if you wish to be healthy. So we are not going to allow that. And then she said, well, then they also, because they were suggesting before the fence, I said that is off the table. The county administration or the government did not just do a land swap. We added over 300,000 in value to the modern market to have daycare and everything. Over 200 tables. We think our people should appreciate that development. So with that being said, I told them that the botanical gardens that we negotiated, we're going to give the 5 acre in front of the county so that the people get started. But sometimes these are results when people are used to government that say things and don't do it. So when they actually saw the people move in, we had done all of the documents with land authority, turning over to the people move in to start working, they panic. But I would like to take this time to say thank you to the NIMBA Legislative Caucus. To say thank you specifically to the Honorable Lawmaker of District 2, Yan Flomo, and other stakeholders who intervened, had meetings with them. I would say thank you to the County Administrative Officer, Honorable Daniel Sekwe, who in my absence was, very proactive in speaking with them. And I'm scheduled to have another meeting with them. They are my mothers, they are my sisters. They will understand the development of this county is paramount and is our focus. Tama, even your lane where you living right now, the government can come for it. The government just has to replace this the eminent domain part of it. But we were not reaching there. We have peaceful conversations regarding this. We, transition on the 5 acre issue, and that's why we put county money into it. But again, maybe they didn't understand it. Sometimes again, when you see the political atmosphere in a place changing, new variables, people could be swayed. But we'll talk to them. But it was in the interest, not my personal interest, the interest of NIMBA County, and that's where the first botanical gardens in this country is going to exist. And I show the marketeers next year, they will be very proud when they are passing by that place. The people of NIMBA will be proud. As a superintendent, I'm the person who represents His Excellency agenda in this county, is agenda for development. I'm not interested in just headlines. As a typical politician, I'm interested in indicators. So when the botanical garden is there, Damo, I show you, Julius, all of you will come from Monrovia to experience that. And that will be the indicator.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Soup. Yes, Julius?
Well, let's go into more critical matters, joining from where Damon left off with you. Your county is always in the news. It's a big county, so anything that happens here has effect on the country. Senator Samuel Koga, there are two things we'll talk about there, but he's calling for an audit of your administration so far. He doesn't, together with other leaders, they don't seem to be happy with how you are allegedly expending the resources of the county. Where do you stand on your administration being audited? Do you welcome that?
I do. You see, I like how you put it. NIMBA being a big county, NIMBA is the county that if NIMBA sneezes, the rest of the country catches a cold. NIMBA is the biggest political and developmental frontier of our county. It's the focus of the future. It's the destination of Liberia. It hosts so much resources, and it's been a county that has always set the tone and the pace. And so I listened a little bit to some of the concerns raised by the Honorable Senator. You see, Honorable Koga, traditionally he's my son. When he calls me and say, Mama, or Uno, it's my son. But I'm my son there, I tell you. What
does that mean?
I'm my son here, ha. You be a man. And you know, that's why traditionally sometimes.
So before we come to the critical part, let us deal with that social part when you say he's your son. How is that?
He's my son because
how does a tradition play?
Because traditionally he's the son of a man woman.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it's a man and woman.
Yeah, so
I
really you have to get used to telling our people, it's not man and you, man down. We are man down.
Okay.
So a man is a man woman. So my son. So traditionally I understand why the wisdom of the elders even prefer the nephews. That thing he told me, my nephew can tell me. But that's my son. Every son is different. And I hold him dearly. We are not afraid of that. But what he didn't understand, and that's my only thing that I was worried that the honorable man may seem not knowledgeable, is that his county is already on a going audit. Yes. And so GSC will be looking at you like, what are you talking? You may not be informed. So I have no issues with that. I think some of his concerns or his biggest concern
So on that point, is there a lack of communication between you and the caucus leadership? Because if there is an ongoing audit, then the caucus should be aware. The law
I think he forgot. I think he forgot. You know, when a lot is on your mind, I'm very in tune with the lawmakers, even though he has not shown up to most of our meetings. But I'm very much in tune with them. If you even I heard Honorable Benedict too. If you haven't heard from updates from the soup chat with your caucus chair, because I meet with them, maybe you were not in meeting. But I tell you this. Most of his concerns, and he's my senator. I spoke with his counterpart yesterday extensively, Honorable Twain, the diplomatic senator. We're going to have a sit down. Why he does not understand, or what his concerns more about is what projects the money is being used for. And I've heard other surrogates say, oh, the money that central government is supposed to build structures, supposed to renovate places. And I mean, I'm open to listen and working with the honorable senator because I want to understand when they made a law, what laws or even guidelines are there in place to govern the usage of the social development fund. But more so, I would like to ask, what laws or guidelines are in place that allows purchase of yellow machine, but does not allow the Superintendent Gono to build school in Ban, in Sanikole when the Mata Todma is being broken down by a storm, that does not allow her to promote tourism, to develop the county seats across the county. What laws, what guidelines have I breached Let the people of NIMBA be the judge. I'm not even saying law. What guideline? Let me reduce it. 1 minute. Let me reduce it to guideline. What guidelines have been breached? What guideline govern the usage of the fund? Because when you talk about yellow machine and roads, isn't that also a prerogative of the central government? Isn't that a function of public works? But you think it should work with yellow machine, but it should not work with other areas? And then let me go quickly into the local government.
No, before you go there, how are the decisions made for the expenditure of these funds? How?
And that's how I'm going to the local
talking about the
government
law
act.
as well. So you're talking about the local government.
Yeah,
act.
so we're going into the local government act, right? And you know, the honorable, they passed the local government act of 2018. The local government act gives that power that they had under the PMC to the county council. The local government act says that, and we have our county development agenda. In case someone is tailored to every county, in case someone wants one. Our people at the district level have projects. At the county level, we have projects. It says that the approval of those projects have to be made by the NIMBA County Council. So the question should be, has the SUP expended any money outside of county council city? Not lawmaker, whatever. That has never happened. And everything has been done through the PPCC. Matter of fact, if you go to those meetings with the UNDP fund administrator, they will tell you NIMBA is the most compliant county. I was just in Bonn the other day to give the success story on how we operate. NIMBA, I challenged it till this day. I publicly challenged this. NIMBA is the only county who has followed the law to the letter. That NIMBA has a routine lawyer and administrator for the Namen Council. Other people say, oh, no money, they have not done it. So at this meeting, I told them that one made it successful. Because you have the council comprising of people who were elected. Some of them there may be capacity gaps. But because NIMBA has a legal person assigned to the council, an administrator assigned, it makes it easier. So when it comes to the local government act, we've been implemented. Sorry, the county has to grow to understand that there is no, oh, today they having county sitting or the lawmakers coming. It's never going to happen. The law is here, and until you can change the law, we will go with the law.
Yes, because before I can pass over to my colleagues. You're good, but this is critical because it is one of the major issues around. When these decisions are made, is there a feedback mechanism? Because it is the executive leadership of the county and there's a legislative leadership, which is the caucus. Is there a feedback mechanism to say, we are informing you, just letting you know that these are the decisions that we've made and this is what we're going to do?
Thank you, Julius. And when I was in Bonn a month and a half ago, sharing my success story, this is something that the Ministry of Finance and other people, they really admire. They're like, you know, we need to let other people look into what COE is doing. So this is what we do. We have a small SOP for NIMBA, right? The way we operate. So while it's true, the law tells me that I report to the county council and I report to the President of the Republic of Liberia through the Minister of Internal Affairs. I also recognize their oversight and as leaders of the county. So what I do is, before there's a budget passage, because the passing of the budget is a prerogative of the county council. But before, when we have those things that will be resoluted on, I go to the caucus and sit with them and ask for input. And that's why the senator, when I started with him yesterday, he says so. I told him I cannot fault you because you've done this excellently. I go to them. I said, listen, we're about to pass budget. These are our focus. Some of them will give input. I remember on one occasion, one of the lawmakers said there's an issue with police station in Sekipa. Okay. Right now, that police station is being worked on. So because they directly represent our people, they have some information that we don't have. Now, that is being worked on. So I go to them before. Not only that, when we resolute, we go back to them again and let them know. So 2 times the county has resoluted budget. 2 times the lawmakers have been here in NIMBA. Right after they will come, They will meet with the council, they will meet with the superintendent, the local leadership, including the commissioners who always invite them because they're directly in those areas. And after that, we have a joint press conference. Some of the colleagues here were made to that. So they are being informed. They are being informed, but you know what lawmaker jokingly told me, Julius? He said, the superintendent, the way I'm making now more than 2 months time. If I knew I would be superintendent, because the way the superintendent is able to manage the county unlike before with less interference from the caucus. He was joking, but he was applauding the local government act. And I told him, I said, but honorable, that's why places now. He said, well, what in my own job? I said, I didn't want that will get me to the rotunda. We laugh about it. But that was just the joke of recognizing the effect of the local government act. You have a president who is even committed, His Excellency to fiscal decentralization. Something no president has done. To say, listen, let's even do revenue sharing with our people. That tells you that Liberia is on that path. We haven't even reached to real decentralization. People don't understand it. We are in what we call the deconcentration stages, meaning that more concentration is being left with the local leadership. When we head for decentralization, trust me, the governance of the county will be totally different. So that's why you see what's happening now.
Thank you so much, Madam Superintendent. Called Meapeh Gono. Next is Vafli Kamara from ELBC. Vafli.
Thank you. Before I ask my questions, I just want to inform the superintendent that LBS will be
groundbreaking, and congratulations on that.
LBS will be doing what?
The substation groundbreaking will be tomorrow in Seklipi.
Oh, in Seklipi?
Yeah, so we are very happy. We're excited that the Honorable Vice President will be there himself as well.
Yes. 2 questions. Talking about the implementation of the Local Government Act. We are getting report that the Namen County Council is yet to be completed. I don't know if that's true. If that is the case, then it is a gross violation of the Local Government Act. Another question: are you contemplating contesting 2029?
Well, thank you. So let me correct you. It's not a violation. So the 9-man council is not completed not because of the county administration. It's because civil society had in fight and they refused to submit 2 members to complete the council. We discussed this with our lawmakers. We discussed this with internal affairs, and we understood that 7 makes quorum out of 9. So the county will be working until civil society. I ran into 7. Yes, I ran into the big woman for civil society, Loretta, right? Yeah, just the other day, and I'm like, I'm still waiting on you. Look, we had several meetings. We even told them, can 2 people can tentatively. They said no. That the county have forum. I have a resolution from civil society of NIMBA. And that resolution was submitted. And that's how the minister and our lawmakers agreed that, you know what, until civil society do their certain, they said they're going to go to elections. They were supposed to go October. Again, they did not. Until they submit their people, no one is stopping them. But our development is not going to stop because we got budget to expand. So we are operating in quorum. And we are operating not because we decided to operate so. And then coming to the decision to contest. I'm someone who focused on the job I have at the time. And I'm developing. You know, I have this joke with Honorable Jan Flomo. Me and myself always say. You will call me, oh, my people say, you told them, they person will move from here. They person will do it. I said, Honorable, I'm looking for a photo. Then he said, but I'm looking for a photo. That's why I call you. And I tell him, I said, because I'm a developer. I'm concerned about indicators. This is the job His Excellency has sent me to do. He didn't send me here to campaign for another job. So, why it's true that anything could happen in the future, my focus now is to superintend the NIMBA people's job. And if you talk about contesting, I'm more interested in contesting for the superintendent position. I want a full implementation of the local government act. I want to be an elected superintendent. It will solve a lot of the problems we are having. So I want to use your medium to call for full implementation of the Local Government Act. I want, because the lawmakers were the one, the senators were the one who took that portion up because they felt the superintendent would be too powerful. But I feel that would strengthen our local government. I'm calling for the election of superintendents.
Okay, madam. So, yes, Julius, we'll come to you 1 minute, sir. And so, as a reminder, you are listening to the voice of Ganta. Our guest this morning is the Superintendent of NIMBA, Madam Meapeh Gono, updating the people of NIMBA County about her recent trip to Japan and all our concerns have been raised in the county. And this has been done collaboratively with many of our guys from Monrovia and NIMBA County, Julius J, OKFM, Damas Nando, Spoon Network, Vafle Kamara coming from the state radio, my colleague, Christopher Fine. Many of the guys are here from NIMBA County. So we'll take the second round of the question, beginning with me, Julius.
Yes. Yeah, but I just some allegations in line with some of the things. I just wanted her to address. They can move on to the next.
Quick.
Yeah, I hosted former representative Larry Yonkwa the other time. He expressed concern that you allegedly gave the lawmaker of that district, and I believe
the chairman of the caucus,
$50,000 that you, as superintendent, are allegedly in the habit of giving some lawmakers money. So why will you allegedly give $50,000 to a lawmaker to implement projects? That's one. The other allegation by Senator Samuel Koga is taking the county money to do projects that government is supposed to do, for example, building the immigration checkpoint and all those kinds of things, when that money could have been used internally within the county for other aspects that government may not have to do.
I really want to know what the other aspects that government, unitary state doesn't have control over. Is laughable, sadly. But let me get to the old man Yonkwe. I don't want to address people having post tantrums, electoral tantrums on air. The issue here is you should go for what is right and what is legal. Did the council resolute money? Yes. Is it public? Yes. So you have contributions that the county gave. For example, to NIMBA University, we gave $50,000 for professional capacity building for instructors. So county health team, NIMBA gave the most in the entire republic, $80,000. But with me, I did that with the mandate or with the clause that it must be used for maternal waiting homes around the county. And yeah, so county health team, not promise, received $80,000 and they are working on those homes. And even the Ministry of Health, we're so grateful for the intervention that NIMBA County did. Example of contribution, you had USAID supporting the water program in Saninkole and in Funchima and Robertsford as well. They pulled out. At the time, our guy there had put in for prepaid meters. What do? You say left and we fold our hands and say, let us struggle. All the water project finish, the county gave about $25,000, and all the meters are here now in Saninkole. Water operator, like when you pay your water bill, you open it. Once you go, you do your payment, it start running. We have to be a responsible government. So the same meeting lawmakers are here where they say there are no consultation. What are some of those issues? We know the issue of road connectivity. That district was struggling. That's a major pathway. They asked for contributions from the county. I presented it to the county council. The county council resoluted and approved that the people need a road. The money was not anything clandestine. It was written check given as a contribution, just as I contributed to NIMBA University, to county health team, even those are functionaries of the central government. But people don't understand when you talk about deconcentration or decentralization. It's like you telling your father, I be born now, I want to move out. Every morning you call your man, and you prefer you. Where you cook there? And oh man, and papi, I need this. When you are saying central government relinquish, when you are saying, let us focus on implementing things for our people. And then it even so bad that or funny that people don't understand how the finances happen. All of the county money that want money. And only money that has special implementation guideline to it is that of the affected offense land community. All of our money are together. We budget and resolute on all of them. And these meetings are talking about, you ask if the lawmakers have the time to come. When they come there, they receive the balance. They receive where contributions are coming from. They look at everything. It's one money. And when we stand to support NIMBA, we will support NIMBA. You know, NIMBA has set a tone for development. People all across this country admire it. And His Excellency, our President Joseph Yima Boyka, said something so profound the other day. He said, because we are doing what others did not do, they are not happy with it. I came to a country that did not even have a government seat. The superintendent had to stay in Ganta and go to work whenever. And we are restoring not just Senekole, but public facilities everywhere. Tapeta, you see there is almost completed. Secretary active renovation. This kind of big county by landmass. You think the superintendent will just sit in Senekole? I want to be able to interact and work with my people, guests of the county. These are government facilities. We are going to do so in consultation with our people. So, all due respect to our honorable senator. He's the senator of this county. My heart never closes to him. He's a son I hold dearly. We will continue to meet. He will understand my role. It's something new, and I will work with him. But at the end of the day, his concerns are prioritized role. Other people have the same concerns. Even the Honorable Vice President had told me, call next year, focus on some role because our people it's a difficult thing. And I understand. He could do that. He has access to me. So I don't mind. And then let me speak shortly, even though still on Julia's point, the issue of audit, I think we didn't go through here a lot.
Yeah.
So thanks for that question. The county doesn't have an issue with audit. I even listened the other day to one of our representative, Musa Pirete. It was ironic because I've read some of his posting. The superintendent is doing so well, but then again, the next thing I hear, we even know about the project. We don't see them. We need to audit them, and I laugh because that's why you call the zigzag line of politics. The county has become a hotspot, food-rich county. The emergence of mushroom political structures around the county, different interests. You will see the county administration becoming now a casualty of some of those wars.
Are you referring to the CMC as a mushroom political establishment?
Many of them are in ideas, not just the CMC. We are hearing that others will come. But when in my mind, if you have not met the 2% quota, it's still a mushroom. That's just me, you know.
Yeah,
that should be a pride for your county that you have another political party coming out of your county.
Listen, that's why I say because this place is food rich, you will see some of that. So I'm not perturbed by that because District 7, for example, look at the
mushrooms are very quick to occupy places. You know the way mushrooms spread.
Can we allow her to come on the other issue?
So let me come there quickly. So Secretary, for example. I see people, thank you, Superintendent. You're doing the secretary. People want to honor you. I said, what they honoring me? They haven't even seen the structure that we are putting there. Decra roofing, that's the seat of government. We're just starting. And then for the lawmaker to say he's not aware of project that is so visible to the blind. You cannot pass secretary without saying it's visible to even blind people. But I understand that these are the results of different political interests. NIMBA is a hot seat, like I told you, politically vote rich. You will have these things. The county administration, which supports the president's agenda in the ruling party, will tend to be targeted. But I can tell you this administration will go down in history as being the most developmental county administration in NIMBA. So far it has been. And I will tell you this, will there be superintendents that will come tomorrow that will do better than Cole? Probably. I pray for it, possibly. That's what I should want. But the question would be, who set the pace first? They will be building on the shoulders that we are erecting today. So I don't have an issue with that. With the audit, let me come to the audit specifically. Some people have been speculating. Oh, the soup quiet about the audit. Maybe the soup has compromised. The soup is quiet about the audit. That's not the issue. There's a system. And there's a way all this happen. So 2 days going to Japan, I received a call from the GAC. And, 5 years of audit is like this size. The last audit draft report is out. And The former superintendent may want to answer or not want to answer, but government is continuity. So as I was aware in Japan, I was actively working with my lawyers and everyone to respond because I'm the current leader of the county. And let me make this clear again, because you will see the audit report say, yeah, she responded to the audit. The audit does not concern COU or this administration, this Boyka administration. It's 2018 to 2022. Or 2023, but I've been accused. Oh, she doesn't want to put the audit report out. The audit report is out. I want it out because it tells you people will have an appreciation of the NIMBA council and the county leadership working. After what the former superintendent has told me, he said, NIMBA is a difficult place. Most of these breaches is because of the lawmakers. I don't know if he's saying the truth or not, but he told me that. And I pity his conditions because if I see some of the things that happen, I understand that when the county was run by the PMC, there's a reason the UNDP put money into pushing this local government act. Our people were not benefiting. And just look at the physical indicators of how much NIMBA has changed in less than 2 years. Social Development Fund 1.5 million has been received for the last 20 years, totaling to 30 million. And there was not even a room for the superintendent to sleep in when I got here. So then compared to the time we've been here, Butuo on a renovation, presidential palace, Tapeta, one already completed, another, the civil compound on a renovation. Look at Sokopa, the face of the county is there. Modern police stations everywhere, 2 modern ECs, contributions to NIMBA University, contributions to county health team. We say we're not going to be letting our players and putting county money somewhere. NIMBA Lodge, you know, NIMBA Lodge has been so much to my heart. Every day I will tell the contractor, I don't see picture nowhere because I can't wait for it. NIMBA Lodge is actively ongoing construction in Montserrat, where we will not have to be paying those fees. So I know how the NIMBA people, void of politics, think about our development we are doing. So this is the audit report I'm going to be releasing shortly. And the reason I will be gladly doing so is because there are people in this county that need to pay back to the county for what they took.
And also there are people who are eager to know the time. Can you attach time frame to that?
Yeah, so this is what happened. I have already responded. So I think NIMBA we have 64 counts. The county will perform embezzlement to not meeting, not even having meetings, no structure in place.
That is the audit from 2018 to 2023.
Yes, no manuals, working manuals. The way contributions were made. Like for example, when I got here, he knows the first year I did not give NIMBA University money simply because when I saw the pre-audit that the money will go in the bank today, the next day is taken out. That's not how you operate. They admitted, and guess what? They put system in place. So this year they got contributions. So all of those, as county person, I have to respond to it. Say, yeah, listen, NIMBA administration were never meeting. They were not having senior staff meeting. But this time, this is what we have put in place. This one was not here. This is what we are doing to correct it. So I have already submitted that. So the release is supposed to come from the Auditor General to the legislature and to the office of the president. But even I understood some lawmakers went there and they already have the draft audit just as I have it. So I'm going to speak to the Auditor General if it's okay now that I have responded at last to do it. And I'm very interested because I understand there are people, even businesses in this county. Some of them, they say lawmakers is the one who instructed them. You have people owing over 30,000 in fuel. I need those money myself. I need fuel. So it's not an issue. Then in regards to this administration, let me come to it. MIA is going to be audited soon if they have not started this month. What do you think the biggest economy outside of Monrovia? Even with Monrovia, NIMBA expenditure is higher than Montserrat expenditure. So NIMBA is already on the alert. So I can assure you that before this year, that is government schedule audit. This government is responsible now. They do midterm audit. So MIA is being audited. NIMBA is an extension of MIA. So if you think that you want to know how the soup is operating, pump your brakes, get your popcorn. Where the MIA audit is going on, and I can assure you, yeah, people may have minor procedure areas, but anything we do is in line with the law, is in line with the NIMBA County Council. And so I want people to know that I'm not afraid of it. I heard Honorable Benedict say, I said, but Musa, you can face multiple audits where but go is just doing NIMBA people work. So I'm open to that. That's not an issue. I'm here to work for the NIMBA people.
Just on the auditing. Yeah, just on the auditing. So now we have the understanding that the audit that happened was the previous administration, but this administration is going to be audited through MIA.
Yes.
But that sounds quite bulky. I don't think there is anything wrong with singling out your administration to be audited in a special audit. That can happen.
Yeah, but GSC is not going to allow that except you pay for it because it's the duplication of the work. You are telling them to do exactly what they are doing. On MIA, they are doing counties separately.
Oh, okay.
So that's the same thing you are asking for.
Thank you.
NIMBA will have a separate audit.
Thank you so much. You are still listening to the Superintendent of NIMBA. 11 minutes past 10. By 10:37, we'll be coming to the end. So again, we'll go around, but we'll take the lead. Manasup, may you please talk about the second edition of the government town hall meeting? We are told you are hosting a vice president in Senekode on this Saturday.
Yes, thank you. Senekode, the seat of government, is a respectable place these days. NIMBA is going to be the first county outside of Monserrado to host this major town hall. It's called a NIMBA edition of the town hall, where we are going to look at 18 months of success and 18 months of joining with the Boyka administration. So the lead panelists will be His Excellency Jeremiah Kwankun Senior, our Vice President, along with other senior government officials. You have the Minister of Information who's leading the effort, Honorable Meapeh. You will have senior government officials all across different government line ministries and agencies speaking to you and addressing issues. So I invite the entire public. Everyone is invited, whether religious leaders, traditional leaders, students, the fourth estate. Come and interact with your leaders. Come and give your perspective. Come and listen to what this government has been doing. So I'm very proud to be hosting that because, like I told you, the kind of development we've done, the kind of gains this government has made in NIMBA, our county that overwhelmingly voted for His Excellency. The gains are so concrete that I like to describe it visible to the blind. NIMBA has never been like this, and NIMBA will never be the same. So I'm very proud to be hosting this major government town hall this Saturday, September 13 at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Thank you so much.
Senekode Administration Building.
Madam Super, we'll go back to issues that are plaguing NIMBA. You said when NIMBA sneezes, the rest of Liberia catches a cold.
Yeah.
And we've been catching that cold of quite recent with the whole issue of your son, Honorable Koga.
Yeah.
How important is it that whatever fragmented relationship that has come to the public that perceives to exist between the senator and the vice president, that it be fixed, it be mended, not just for relationship's sake, but for NIMBA's sake and for the Republic of Liberia's sake? It's good to have differences because then we know what our shortcomings are. But in this case, how pivotal is it that they settle this issue and get that stuff under the carpet and move forward for you?
Thank you. A permanent business person said the best projector of the future is past performance. You have to understand these things in context of how it's always been. And there are some people who have this misconception that, NIMBA is divided, maybe it's a battleground now. No. These issues have always existed. If I said, Honorable Koga has always called for audit of the PMC. Under past administration, he and Senator Johnson will have their own differences. But at the end of the day, when NIMBA has to rally and speak, and when NIMBA feels that they were dealing with an outside force, NIMBA becomes so united. And when NIMBA sees her interest on the line, they calculate it, and they were so united. So early on, when you have these kind of political hiccups, it's not something we want, but it's something we work at. This is a county with a lot of people, considering the kind of unity. With all of these issues in the past, we've always voted over 90% in one direction. Only our united people can do that. So I understand some of the tensions with our son, with our nephew. But I'll tell you, I want to say congratulations to the Honorable Vice President for his resolve, for his demeanor through this as a leader. NIMBA unity is something that the whole county wants. It's something that NIMBA Guado all over this country has been calling for. It's something that we will have. So people will be people. My son is someone who expressed himself, but at the end of the day, he too loves NIMBA. So I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, everyone is concerned, but to understand it, you have to understand NIMBA. You have to understand NIMBA that will tussle with him, but when you get out, last night I had to pick up someone and the motorbike boy was bringing in. The motorbike guy was like, I just have to say hello to the soup because I'm from NIMBA. I just have to say thank you for sending calling. When NIMBA gets outside of NIMBA, NIMBA holds. NIMBA stands as one. So as mother of this county, as landlady of this county, I do believe that we are going to work together as a county to maintain that unity. And I understand that my son, who I believe may have concerns, but also loves NIMBA, will fall in line.
Okay, my last question, because we have to go around the table. This landlady of NIMBA sounds to me like a campaign slogan. When you keep saying it, it might likely pop up.
But look at the local government act. It describes the superintendent as the CEO of the county.
Yeah, so whenever you say landlady, you keep pitching this out, and I'm presuming that if you said things happen, you could probably change your mind anywhere between now to 2029, and we might see the landlady as something people would want to relate to. But my question is not about that. It's about schools have reopened. You talked about contributions. Mm-hmm. You've made contributions to NIMBA University, to the county health team, and all of that. But I was in a committee hearing with the Minister of Education, where she said 25 out of 150 schools that needed renovations around the country have been renovated, and 125 haven't been touched, or some of them are in progress. And within that number, NIMBA County, there will be schools that need renovation. So tackle schools and roads for me, and you can bring in, Madam Landlady, the issue of price control, commerce. The government has announced new price ceiling for rice, and the rice of those things. How are you implementing those things from the schools if there's a need for contribution? To road projects, I've understood that Sackley Road the project has recommenced, and also the price stabilization issue in NIMBA, Madam Superintendent. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. So, yes, like I said, we've made so many contributions around. Even the Ganta the Ganta rehab, for the first time in their existence, received 30,000 United States dollars from the county administration, because I'm really concerned about where we have vulnerable citizens. And the Seneca prison, they've all received contributions. You talk about schools. I spoke to the Honorable Minister of Education when she was here to open the special diet school. She has plans on building many new schools, on renovating. And like I said, someone will say that's not what the county money is for. But at the end of the day, we're not listening to it. I told you there will be 2 modern ECs open. And I feel the law for education must be encountered at an early age. Me, I'm not a person that like to do makeup, cosmetic type of renovations. When you see I was at office, never planned for this. You had storm, you had natural disaster. Martha Todman was broken down. All of our children, over 200 of them, were put in partition in the Seneca Central High Auditorium. I had to immediately write PPCC and seek their permission, meet the council first, write PPCC, send our resolution, seeking their approval to remove money into an emergency situation so that our kids' education issue can be addressed. But for me, a modern EC, or one that has playground, or one that has a library, or one that has classrooms that are modern. And we did the same for band that are struggling, and hopefully we'll do the same in other cities, Tapeta and other cities. They both of them probably be 90% completed. But also we were able to order or ship all of those materials from China using our county duty free. I think the container will be here by the end of the month. So everything from computers to the books to the equipments that they need, anything you see in an international school in Monrovia. For us, we are building for the future. I'm not the kind of politician that do the palaver hot approach. That do something small and say, well, yeah, we build for the future. Because if the next superintendent should come and have to build a new structure from what I built, then I have failed as a person. So there are other schools, renovation with touching. We did that in place money for school in Zangonda, and even in Band there was another one that needed attention. So this is what the money is for, and we are going to continue to address those issues. But for me, I'm interested in having modern early education facilities in every city. And now I'm even looking at our population. NIMBA is a place that they will say NIMBA has money, but NIMBA is so populated. I'm been sitting with the DEO and the CEO and say, listen, with the new schools coming, how are we going to manage enrollment? Because who will see that kind of new school with computers, air conditions, and auditing? Every child will want to come here. So what we do, we have to renovate other schools around it so that people are able to stay to the other school or give scholarships, because you know the government school is free. So if everybody coming to the free school, then the standard will be compromised. And with the issue of roads, you are so right. That is our main focus for 2026. We are working hard enough to ensure that our people are able to get around. You see, Lofa used to be known as the bread basket. For the last 4 years, NIMBA has had the highest agricultural portfolio in the country. And one of the reasons is that our roads are much connected. And we believe the more road connection we do, our farmers will be able to benefit, especially farm to market roads. And we are committed to that. We are committed to agriculture. Recently, I've been speaking with the head of fishery, Honorable Sarah Sigmund, who is expected to be in NIMBA sometime next week or this week, where we are doing a 30 acres of fish pond. You know, here we have fish challenges that will also be coming to NIMBA. So we are working with our farmers to increase their portfolio, and road connectivity is one of the biggest
Well,
issues.
Julius has asked a lot of questions about audit. I just want to bring the superintendent's attention.
Yeah, but we never.
Let me just end, and then you
So
can.
let you finish.
Let me finish. Then you can. Yeah, but my own are just two simple issues short. Are you willing?
That will constitute your last question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Are you
No
willing?
time.
Are you willing to facilitate some negotiations, some discussions between Senator Koga? You seem to acknowledge that some of his issues with the vice president are legitimate. Are you willing to serve in that process to kind of facilitate this?
No,
that is one.
Let me be clear. He may have some issues that are legitimate. Speaking to me, not with the vice president. I don't know what his issues with the vice president.
Yeah, so I'm saying, are you willing to, serve as a conduit for some discussion?
But that's what makes me a mother.
Good. And then the final issue is security. There are these issues about motorcyclists getting allegedly killed mysteriously. And then later on violence erupts because they think that they're not getting justice. Their security within the county is not provided for. How do you speak to that?
Thank you so much. So that's what makes me the mother. We will always find amicable ways to solve problems when they come. Like I told you, Honorable Koga is someone that I have deep respect for, is someone we campaign for, is someone that is an integral part of our county's leadership. I'm here to sit with him and listen to some of his issues, but I want to say thank you to the elders of NIMBA in Monrovia, the elders of NIMBA from NIMBA that have sat and they've made progress so far. And I believe his words that he's going to work with his brother to ensure that NIMBA is paramount. In all we do, let us focus on the development of our county. Let us focus on what NIMBA unity means. NIMBA is such a force, and once we are united, there's so much we can do. And like I said, I also believe he loves his county. So I'm willing to sit with him. I'm going to sit with him. And if he has any concerns, I'm his superintendent. Just call me Soup. What is this concern? This is my contribution. This is what I think you should do. And of course, you are my senator. I'll listen to you. Number 2, on the motorcyclist issue. Thank you, Julius. I had that the other time. I think some of the issues we have is that our police is doing well. I must say thank you to ACP Lamy. He's been doing so well, Lamy meaning with the police and security issues. But you see, sometimes when people feel that their plight are not being addressed, they take matters into their hands. So what I've decided to do is to constitute a committee headed by a lawyer that will give us follow-ups on these investigations, because after the police have played their part, it goes to the court. Let us have follow-up on these investigations of violent deaths, so that the people know that we are behind the courts to ensure that it's investigated, and if anyone is found guilty, that person can be prosecuted. And this is why, again, I come back, not to be repetitive, but people, she built 3 police stations. She built a living quarter for the police. I will now sit down and wait for Honorable Gregory Coleman to come and do it when I know the security of my citizens are paramount. So we'll work with the police, but also I'm forming a special committee that will give us updates on investigations surrounding these kind of things.
Okay, Superintendent, let me bring your attention to what's happening in Bangani, Yahweh Menslon.
Bling Glen.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's coming from Bobby, right? Bobby Tumba? Yeah,
no, I don't know if that is.
Yeah,
the ferry was purchased at the St. John River, I guess. Was purchased by the late former Representative Johnson Gueguro. We are getting report that the family of the late Representative Johnson Gueguro has taken control of the ferry that is creating problem in that area. Has that claimed your attention?
No, thank you for bringing that to my attention, but we'll quickly after this let the county administrative officer follow up on it. And because our people need to get around, this is some of the reasons we're so concerned about transportation. So these things happen, different interests, big county, but we'll get on it right away.
And also the civil compound in Saclet PA construction, we understand that the representative C. Mena has interest in the contractor there. Is that true?
I wouldn't know. When you say interest, I would be concerned if it's anything that violates the law. The procurement document sent to us has no indication or links to Semiana. Is Semiana friends with the guy who owned it? Yes, this is a small place. I'm friends with a lot of people. Okay. So at the end of the day, Yah River is a company that is independent of the lawmaker as far as the documentation presented to us says as a procurement committee. And I'm so proud of the work they were doing there. I'm getting a lot of commendations from Yah River. And like I said, our people have not seen, because not even 50% of the work have been done.
Okay. Madam Sue, the district league is commencing on Saturday. It is the same Saturday you are hosting the vice president. The steering committee is concerned.
I know. There have been multiple concerns. I'm going to be the expert on that day. That's why we're able to bring ELBC to Friday. ELBC wanted Saturday to do their structure in Circuit APS. So I'm going to open the town hall. I'm going to welcome them. Okay. I'm going to give the overview of the progress we've made. And I'm still going to show up there for our team and our young people. We expect our team to be coming off flamboyantly this year. So many things in store for them. And this will be the recruitment stages. So I would like to go and see the opening, at least to say a word or two to them as the chief patron or spouse of NIMBA.
Okay. Julius, I want to ask the last question. We didn't hear from the public. The guys are asking for an extension.
Okay. So sure. I think some public interaction.
Because some members of the public are interested in asking this.
Yeah. Public interaction is quite okay. In terms of, I think we have covered basically a whole lot of grounds in terms of women empowerment, especially in the rural parts. Women are involved in agriculture. Mm-hmm. How are you bringing them along? How are you ensuring that the Ministry of Agriculture is reaching out to those kinds of people? There was this news about some support from Ministry of Agriculture being given to some farmers. Is NIMBA benefiting from that support? And is it going to the actual grassroots and not stopping somewhere in Saniquele or in Ganta to the big players?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure the Agriculture Ministry is doing well in getting down, because there are many times the Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Alexander Nuta, will give me a call and say, "Soup, just to let you know, I'm in your county, but you will be so far off where I'm not able to see him." That's how I know he's down to where he needs to be. Yes, like I said, they found that NIMBA has the biggest agriculture portfolio, and we know the role women play in agriculture. It is a foregone conclusion that our women are doing agriculture, and this government's commitment to agriculture will continue to push for ways that makes it beneficial to them or less hectic for them.
Madam Soup,
The last question, then we'll go to the phone lines, please.
yeah, sure, really. So this interview is live on Cool FM in Monrovia, Punch FM,
Okay.
OK FM, obviously, Spoon FM, Radio Kekima here in NIMBA County, Voice of Tompa,
NIMBA TV.
NIMBA TV, ERBC.
Yes.
I kept the state for last. ERBC, the pamphlet was quick to point that out. We want to encourage our leaders to also conduct such interviews. But not just because it gives out the information, it lets people know that these leaders are reachable and they can get first-hand information. I'm concerned about the issue of price control.
Thank you.
You know, the president, through the vice president's ad hoc committee, made a recommendation. He made a policy. Rice is our staple. Liberians. I decided one time I'll go on salad challenge. I ate salad for 1 hour. I was craving rice like I hadn't eaten anything. So what are you doing? I know, as superintendent, you have your county inspector and the rest to make sure that what is said in Monrovia, especially price, that people can afford, that they can live within their means, that these prices are being implemented in NIMBA County. And also, what's your role? They look at last week. The road, there are still parts of the road that is yet to be completed. What conversations are being held around that particular completion? Because it's important as well. Those are just my two questions, Madam.
Thank you so much, Damon. So the issue of the price, I want to say thank you again. Congratulations to His Excellency President Boyka for that move and that smart decision. I mean, he got his vice president, like he would describe him, as a smart businessman whom he deeply trusts, head that ad hoc committee, and we are seeing the results already. I was reading somewhere and the women were saying, VP, you need to do it for Dapper too. You need to do it for Milgo. So we are proud of what's going on. But we have our commerce inspectors around in NIMBA. And fortunately for us, the Inspector General of Commerce is from NIMBA. We have a very strong team here, and we know that they are keeping their eyes out to make sure that government's policies are implemented at the level of the Ministry of Commerce. I trust the Honorable Minister, Madeline Tako, said that she's going to have her feet on the ground when it comes to this. And we're going to see more coming from that ad hoc committee. So it's an exciting time for us. Speaking of roads, even the road that was done by China Railway, we have gotten indications that it's about to just be completed. So there have been a lot of interventions with road, but I tell you, this county is huge in landmark. So then funding can be a challenge. So we are working, and roads is something we promised the people of Liberia. It's something we're doing. So at the county level, we can assure you that after the dry season, a lot of those roads renovations will begin.
Thank you.
Okay, Madam Su, thank you so much. We will now stop here so far to go to the phone lines to hear from members of the public, NIMBA citizens, both home and abroad, who are interested in interacting with the leader, the superintendent, who are just returned from Japan. And this interview is on several radio stations in the county and also in Monrovia. It's on Cool FM, according to Diamond. It's live from the Spoon TV, ERBC, the State Radio, OK FM in Monrovia, Radio Kegema here in Ganta, Radio Encyclopedia, Medina TV, and we are live on Voice of Gompa. So one number is available if you want to ask the soup about any concern that you have. Our number is 086 537747 086 537747. If you have question for your leader, the superintendent of the county, please call on this one number, only one number, 086 537747 086 537747. And when you call, please be polite. If you want to misbehave, we will not allow you. Our first caller, morning.
Good morning, Rene, and good morning to the Honorable Soup in studio.
Yeah.
My name is Otis Mauro, and I join you from Success Community. Really, thank you. Let me quickly say thank you to the Soup for all that she said. But I have two concerns quickly I want to put before her. Number one, question has to do with how do you compromise the checkpoint on renovation in Sanakore when, for security reasons, when the checkpoint is already in the center of the city? The next question has to do with the government through the public works ministry pay people for the right of way when the street quota came. And then for in Ganta and Sanakore, stores and businesses owners right now, Ganta and Sanakore, when you look there, they are reclaiming those lanes through extending the stores, through canopy and so forth. What can the superintendent say in this regard?
Okay, thank you. What is this person? Hello? Good morning? I'm not hearing you. Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Yes. Your name?
My name is Daniel Kapagi, calling from Bangladesh this morning.
Daniel Kepler?
Yeah, Daniel Kapagi.
Okay.
I want to commend the soup this morning. If I was general, you people, if we had the power, we'll find a way to take off from you people and bring her in Bangladesh.
but you have man, how over there? How nice.
Yeah, but we the change be done so our country can change for the movement of our people. Thank you very much this morning.
Thank you so much for joining us from Banga City, Bon County. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What is your name? Calling from where?
This is Motero. I call from Painesville.
Maserado, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I mean to thank for your guest journalist, Julius J. Public and Damo. I mean to thank to the superintendent. I'm from Lopa, but I'm one of those who admire the Banners, how they say good things, how the church, the country, and that developmental enthusiasm. I mean, I love them, but to the superintendent, Damo asked, but I want to know the situation between the vice president and that of the senator.
Okay.
Is she very concerned, and how is the country trying to bring peace between them? Because that's NIMBA, we don't want.
Okay. Thank you. What is your concern? What is she doing to have it settled? Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Rene.
Your name?
Yeah.
Welcome, Lawrence.
Yeah, thank you very much. You are kind of a brilliant superintendent. For our concern. Yeah, I want to know learning on the yellow content machine. I want to know the scale of the yellow machine. Because then we stop the machine that day, we stay passing there.
Okay.
When will the machine wake up for us to come back to job? That is my concern.
Thank you so much. The status of the NIMBA yellow machines. Morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning to the people. My name is Peter Collins, and I do call you from Home Country, Bakara, and the city district.
Okay.
I'm listening to the officer in the Tito.
Yeah.
I called to a prayer for the road that you connect to this. That's what we want for all the visiting into our country. I think that the president of the country didn't make mistake. I appointed her as it too well. And the first thing, NIMBA County, how we are never county will get it jealous. But certainly, we want to take our system as unity can be built into our county, which is called county for my question to all. The question is, you people are speaking of this ECU measuring. What is happening about those local employees leaders that were appointed as minister? One top was appointed, the currency, the judge party in the judge county. Why is the cause of the day the many that they were appointed, they are not taking pay 1 and 2? And they didn't see you measuring when in is now a low judge in our country.
No one?
No to drugs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is Clayton Boudet.
You're welcome.
Thank you, really. I've been keeping my office prior attendance going forward in the school from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
And watching that on the school network, and I even share that. I'm really, really happy that we have somebody that is moving our country this far. The superintendent is a very extraordinary character of the leader. She's doing tremendous work, extremely well in that country. And I have no question for her. I just want to appreciate her. I just want to tell her thank you for whatever she's doing to carry our country forward. She's continue doing it. In politics, there are always, interrupters, there are always distractors. So she should mind what are people breaking the political thoughts and so forth. She should focus and carry the country the best way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clinton Pose. Morning. We can take 2 calls now and then we'll conclude. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. Your name?
My name is Spring, not the mental bottle, and I do job this morning from Moravia to be better.
The Senate college signage will be way extended close to Kitoma. So that I'm going to get to public work. That is a little bridge when it comes to consultation with my office. I myself have the same concerns. You will see that the Ganta checkpoint has become porous. Therefore, we've moved the checkpoint to Sokopa. We are doing a new construction of a modern joint security checkpoint there. So I totally get your point. You are right. You talk about it right away, and people on the building towards the road. This is the very same reason we want markets to be placed in areas that people will stay off the road. We are working on it. Even now in Senegal, you see people want to come closer to the road, but we are engaging them so that they understand that we have a modern city, and that you should have regulations when it comes to that. Thank you so much. People ask about my issue, if I'm concerned about the issue with the vice president and the senator. I'm concerned about the issue with every NIMBA and every NIMBA stakeholder. I want us to peacefully coexist. I'm going to be meeting with both of them. I trust my son, as he affectionately calls me his mother, Senator Koga, will be working with me, the vice president, all stakeholders, to ensure that NIMBA remains that enviable county among counties. So I am concerned, and we are going to work to ensure that wherever hitches or hiccups are there, we bring it under control immediately. You talk about yellow machines. I said, Papa, new yellow machines come in the government, bringing it, you start using yellow machines again. The one we have that people don't see an issue with buying yellow machine, but they see an issue with building school in bond. Those yellow machines are all live their usefulness. Those machines were only used as cash cow, squander county funds by rehabilitation of machines. You don't have any usage of them. You have few in the audit report that was used for machine. The machine never moved. You have hundreds of thousands used to redo the machines or to bring mechanical works on the machine. They were never still able to move. So in consultation with the NIMBA Legislative Caucus and the 9-man Council, we have written the PPCC to ask them to allow us dispose of the machines. So some of those can be used to probably purchase police cars, do things that the county may. I've received a communication from PPCC asking me to follow notify the Ministry of Finance and other government entities, because we are not a government that just take decision on county administration. So I'm reaching to the relevant stakeholders, and once I get a green light from the PPCC, we'll dispose of them. And we should dispose of them now, because the kind of yellow machine the government bringing, if we allow it to come, it will even bring down the value to a scrap level. So we are trying to do that as quickly as possible. But if you're a yellow machine driver, trust me, there's opportunity for you, because new yellow machines are coming through the boycott government. And then you talk about our caller from Bong, talk about the local leaders getting paid. First of all, we must be able to have a data to profile our local leaders. And that's why I want to say thank you to the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Honorable Francis Akida Yimani, who's going around the counties, recognizing these leaders, working along with civil service to make sure we know who they are. And once you get your letter, government will now start working in the next budget year to ensure that some compensation can be given to them. Like me particularly, I'm concerned. That's why when NIMBA passed the budget, we put a thank you and appreciation for our town chiefs, because our town chiefs are the first hosts and nobody ever gives them anything. We ourselves will be doing it more, because anybody they come to the town before they even reach to the clan. And when it comes to our local leaders, we are not going to joke about their benefits. And then someone talk about putting $500,000 in agriculture. Let me tell you, I've sat with the NIMBA Legislative Caucus and I told them, if I truly have my will, when we receive the 1.5, every year we take 1 million and put it in one city. Today, Ganta get the 1 million, the entire. Because when 1 million pass in Ganta, you will see the difference. It will be so visible. The next year, it go to Tapeta. But at the end of the day, we have competing priorities. But we are also tackling projects that are visible. We have been concerned about having a NIMBA bank or agriculture bank, like where we support farmers. We have plans to actively invest in agriculture, and evidence of that you will see in last budget year, we resoluted 10,000 for agriculture studies. Now you have our county agriculture coordinator and his team sitting down, and they should be able to advise what kind of crop to plant where, what's going to yield a more return, how we can help our farmers. When you saw we had a caterpillar attack the other day in agriculture, we did not wait for Ministry of Agriculture to get here. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be that superintendent and say they want our money. Let Honorable Nuta come. We moved in swiftly to save our farmers and pay for everything that needed to be done to get the bring the caterpillar attack under control. So our farmers are very dear to us, and we are going to invest heavily in roads and agriculture this coming year. We are also looking towards the one NIMBA United Bank. And to this note, I will say thank you to my tourism advisor, Honorable Ralph Sonkali, who've been working behind the scenes on piecing these things together. And even when you talk about our tourism places, talking about 1959 Hall, and then the 3 historic Palaba halls that are currently under renovation, representing Tottenham, Nkrumah, and Sekou Touré. All of this is coming together. You know, people don't see it now, but tourism in a long-term pays off. It brings a lot of people and it pays off. So I want to say thank you. Those are the concerns.
Okay, thank you. They say no to drugs.
Oh, say no to drugs. So in NIMBA, we have been actively working. Matter of fact, when they said no to drugs was being launched, I was in Monrovia under the rain myself. But then I want to say thank you to the Ganta Business Association headed by Mr. Prince Howard and his people. I want to say thank you to the civil society headed by Daniel Yambo, very fine civil society leader. They are working, organizing, and awareness. And they wanted this to be done simultaneously around the county. My point was then, let's put all our energy in one city at a time. So with Ganta, we have had a major awareness. I was out there with them. It was a very rewarding experience. We listened to testimonies, and they have been actively working with the DEA, the police, to ensure that things are under control, because Ganta has been a hot spot for some time, and we are going to move in other cities. So as a leader of the county and as a mother, this particularly moves me. I even warned their business association. I said, we are known to prosper for business. Let drugs not be one of those businesses. So we are working with our community. We are working with the business association, with civil society groups, to ensure that our borders are protected and our children's futures are protected as well.
Thank you so much, Madam Meapeh Gono. You want to say another baba to our people? No, we have to, Dama, we got to go. No time.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't want to ask a question. As you said, she's helping us for
her. I just want to trace something from journalist and fact checker Betty Mbayo. She wants to know. She said she heard you talk about.
Sorry.
She heard you talk about raising 1.1 million. How did you verify that? 1.1 million.
Oh, okay. So, you know, it's funny. It sounds so big when people say that. I did say, and they report, and the reports are out there, that in the fiscal year 2024 to 2025, the NIMBA County Service Center raised $9 million LD, over $9 million in LD, and $1.1 million in US. That's what the report says. That's why my office or address. It's a public report. But what brought this under scrutiny is the fact that this is NIMBA's annual contribution, or what they raised within 1 year. So we are calling for a faster implementation of the revenue sharing that His Excellency, our President, had called for, because that would have meant that 40% of that money would have stayed within county. People don't understand what a big economy NIMBA is. Second to Monserrato, and Monserrato being a melting point, this is almost the country's biggest economy every year. To add up to that record, for the last 4 years, NIMBA receives outstanding award from LRA as the highest land border contributing county when it comes to revenue to this country. You will see Basel coming number 2, and Basel will wrestle there with Cape Mount. But NIMBA has always been the highest contributor when it comes to LRA. So we do have a huge economy, and that is why our lawmakers should be focusing on fighting for the implementation fully of this local government act and revenue sharing, because 40% of that money remaining in county speaks to a lot of developments like roads and things they're interested in, we're interested in as well. So I will be speaking to my senators and speaking to chair of the caucus, Honorable Siemiana, and asking our people, let us push for the full implementation and the revenue sharing, so that the monies collected here, some of them can remain in NIMBA.
Okay. Thank you so much, Manasu. Finally, what's your parting comment as you now leave?
I would like to say thank you to my people. I would like to ask for peace. You know, there are some people that will hear the leaders are having issue where everyone wants to show their loyalty. Let us focus on the peace and development of NIMBA. You know, as a mother, that's why I'm focused on that side taking. And let our people to focus on where we're going. As for me, I'm focused on my work. I'm working out every day and doing it. Tomorrow, on Saturday, I will be showcasing what this government is doing, what this government has been doing at the town hall. And all of our projects will be doing it. Let us lead the side conversations. Let us start policing. Let us support our county unity. I hear some people, oh no, NIMBA need issue, NIMBA get issue. Oh, you guys, Honorable Miana, the man at the caucus chair. No, let one of the senators stay play. Citizens, let this happen. You know, we put some money aside last year for interventions with legal understanding, where we asked the court to come have appearances and teach our people the law. We should do this for civil issues too, because people don't understand. There is no state law. Senator Johnson, our grandfather emeritus, our former senator, he headed the caucus, and that's true. But in other counties, it's different. Let our caucus settle who their leaders are, and people stop attacking leaders. Because if you understand the structure of our democracy and this county, the state of government we run, you will know that whenever the joint legislature says, it's the speaker who is the presiding officer who happens to be the representative. So let us forget all of these issues and come together as NIMBAians. Let's forget our lawmakers, then they will handle their issue. They are my children. I've been meeting with them, and I'm going to meet with my dear son. And I would like to say a special greetings to Honorable Samuel Gongben Poga, my son. Wait, son. Wait to the gaga. I'll speak manner for him today. Going call me, you say, I'll put it one in manner. But I get manner for him today. So to the gaga. In that moment, you know, we have. That's how we know him. We know him to be that man of bravery. That man who can shake the table sometimes. And I will stick to my side because I'm
you are now trying to pacify him. You're trying to coax him.
No. They know me to be the mother of the country and the one who is a mother of development, and I will stay on the development side.
So thank you so much for being here this morning. Welcome back from Japan.
Thank you.
Gentlemen.
This woman you came from Japan, but you keep welcoming her.
Yeah, because it came few days before me. So
Julius, Damon, Bafle, Chris, the rest of you guys, thank you so much for being here this morning. So that's it. Thank you so much for following this morning. It has been so great hosting the superintendent of the county and scores of